hey man, say man, it's the kid that did, and right now we on all hip hop with all the hip drop. You know what I'm talking about? It's the kid that did. Sauce Walka, let's drip. Tune in, hit the like and subscribe.
It's your man Chuck Creekman, aka Jigsaw, number 15 of the AllHipHop Podcast, and we have none other than H-Town's finest, Sauce Walka. Ooh-wee in the building. What's up?
Oh, it's dripping, man.
Hey man. I've been working on this interview for a couple years now, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Here.
I'm like, yo, when you were in town last year, you was doing a whole tour. I'm following you on Instagram and talking to the lady. I don't know what she was. She was representing you at the time.
Yes.
But
one of my assistants, somebody that worked for me.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to have you here, man. In One World
It's an honor. It's a pleasure
definitely.
to be here.
That's a fact. Now, I want to talk to you, music and everything. I mean, one of the main things that I've noticed about you is I get the impression that you love to rap. And that you rap because you love it. And sometimes it just seems like you just keep going. What's that about in this day and age? And what does that mean? Like, what are you trying to portray or convey to people?
I wouldn't say that I love to rap anymore. I would say that it's all I know. I more or less say that.
Okay.
It's kind of one of them things that I've been doing for so long, so well, and I've always exceeded at it that I'm kind of numb to it, but I still understand the power and I still respect the gift that I have to do it, and I understand the responsibility that comes with it, being in the position that I am as a person with my background and my success and my story, and the people that look up to me or that maybe idolize me or motivated by my story and my accomplishments and the way or the style that I chose to go on my journey. I understand the same way I got strength and motivation and closure through music and being a fan of the art and a student of the science of hip-hop. I know what it did for me in my life and my struggles.
Would you say it saved your life?
Hell yeah, absolutely, without a question.
Yeah.
Without a question. Now, that's what I love music for. That's what I respect and love music and rapping for. It's saving my life and giving me the ability to achieve, not only achieve, but to make a mark and make my name and make my statement in history, to even after my life on earth, I'ma always be remembered. I'ma always be spoken on. I'ma always be a legend. I'ma always be a great.
Yeah.
For years to come, people gonna talk about me.
You I never feel like you phoning it in when you rhyming though. You know what I mean? I feel like the passion is almost always there. Even on some of the features I've seen.
Oh yeah. That's the competitive nature I had. And again, I'm the type of person that anything that I say, I try every ounce of my body to make that real or stand on it, or you know what I'm saying. If I say I'm the best, or if I feel that I can out rap any other artist, it's like, again, this is what I have is talent mixed with skill. I don't just have skill or just have talent, but again, being a prodigy and a phenom and doing the exact same thing for 20 some odd years of my life, you know, you get, like, again, it's not that you get bored with it. It's first nature to me. Like, it's nothing. It's so, but when I do get the adrenaline or when I do get the excitement into making music is when I'm rapping with another artist that is a respected or an artist that has a good lyrical skill set, or there's like respected as a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, it's like, this is like LeBron James versus Kobe, or this is like Greek Freak versus Paul George or somebody like that. Right. So I enjoy the art and the honor of two samurais dueling and seeing who's the best swordsman. This ain't about album sales. This not about who got the biggest billboard and all of that. Like, this is the essence of hip hop and what rap is. who made the best bars and the hottest verse on this song.
Yeah.
Who got the most memorable moments or memorable lyrics and the biggest reaction out the crowd and out the people. And that part of hip hop and music is something that I never lose the love for. I never lose the love for rapping on a song with a producer that didn't expect me to have the substance and the depth or the capability or the different cadences or whatever, and just get that wow, that surprise factor. Like, damn, I judged the book by its cover. I ain't think that you could do that.
Yeah.
You know, I love that aspect of it. But just being in the studio and making music and just recording for the love and the fun of recording, I record from survival. I record for money.
Yeah.
I rap for money. I'm not afraid to say that. I don't deny that or not acknowledge that because, you know, again, like you spoke on earlier, I rapped to save my life.
Yeah.
First, it was to it was an escape through mental. I ain't gonna say depression because I never really allowed myself to be depressed through my struggles, but that was my boat to sail through my problems. That's what got me through my traumas in life was music and having big dreams and aspirations of being rich and being a baller and being able to take care of my family and shit.
Yeah,
music always gave me that. So that's what's my love. My love for music is the success and what it does for everybody, not just myself, you know what I'm saying, what it does for the people that's good at it.
Yeah,
and understand it.
Your dad was a professional wrestler.
Right.
How did him being a performer or an entertainer and sports like that factor into your success? Cause you're very entertaining.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. My character and my stage presence and my personality is really it's a mixture of a lot of shit. But my dad definitely gave me a lot of my comfortability on camera and definitely prepared me to do interviews and prepared me to, you know what I'm saying, not be afraid to be loud and outrageous on camera in front of people, because just naturally in the house and in our family, that's just how we is. We loud, we talk a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? Me and my daddy be calling each other bitches and hoes and all that, this is how we always been. And as far as my dad's sports career and shit, my dad was an athlete, but he never really made it to the top. My dad was never on WWF SmackDown video games, or he was never on the T-shirts at Walmart. He never had an action figure toy. He never been in a super championship match where he was making not even a substantial amount of money off of professional wrestling. But what my dad did do was work hard and traveled around the world and hustled those good moments that he did have where he was in the WWF, you know what I'm saying, as a tag team partner or bodyguard wrestler for another wrestler with the Nation of Domination and shit like that. He had 2 or 3 little episodes or whatever that he was on that glimpse or whatever, but he used those opportunities on that big platform to go create his own independent wrestling federation in Texas and do other shows all around Texas with, you know, the underground circuit of wrestling, and they made a lot of money doing that when it was, you know what I'm saying, when it was going well for them. But after that shit ran its course, my dad ended up being a security guard and shit like that, and, you know, being security guard for nightclubs and shit like that. So I never really got to live the glamorous or the rich lifestyle of my dad's accolades and achievements in entertainment. But I learned this process of editing a video and how important it was to be on camera and to save your videos, and how important titles was, and transitioning between this scene to that scene and building the plot and the story and having a climax, and you know what I'm saying. I learned all of that from him and seeing him doing it, and a lot of the shit that I learned wasn't necessarily just taught to me. It was like me just having the first absorbing it. You know what I'm saying, the front row seat of my dad hustle, and I seen him put independent shows together and, you know, go to we used to have this thing in Houston called Houston Media or something. It was like a Houston local TV station or whatever, and you can go there and like make your own television production. You know what I'm saying? You can like edit videos and tape and shit.
Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, so
type of thing.
Yeah. My dad used to go there and shit like that. So I seen the hustle. I seen the ambition, but I also seen his, you know what I'm saying, his failures as well, and like it motivated me to do shit my way, but never depend on a relationship with a bigger company or another person that's like your plug or your connection to the source to make you big or to make you successful, because that was my dad's story. Like he only got in a WWF through one of his friends that was a big wrestler named Odd Man Johnson. But as soon as he started getting jealous of my daddy, he cut him out the shit, and therefore he had just not the internet and all that. You can't get in touch with Vince McMahon and all that shit.
Right,
so you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I seen the ups and the downs of entertainment early, and I just always wanted to be in control of my destiny or whatever. But I learned a lot from my dad doing that shit. But you know what I'm saying? It just gave me motivation to do shit my way. But I was already so consumed by like the streets and struggle and the poverty and shit like that. Cause like I said, my dad raised me by himself. He was a single parent home. A father and a son though. My mama jumping in and out of my life, back and forth, drug addiction, traveling around, you know what I'm saying, jail, shit like that, strip club, dancing, all that shit. So, you know, it was tough, but it was like, I just always respected and admired my dad for never giving up. He never gave up. He always like put his right foot forward and tried to create something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? He always worked jobs and shit like that. And that's another thing I always hated. My dad had jobs, and I never wanted to have a job. Like, me seeing the struggles and my daddy give so many years and so much loyalty to a job, and then they'll lay him off or they'll downsize or they don't give him the correct promotion as a security guard. And as you know, as a security guard, you standing up on your feet all day, you walking around, you doing all this, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing my dad have to work off of his size and not his, because doing wrestling, he using his intelligence then and doing media and talk shows and editing and creating plots and all that shit. Like, he made his own shit. So like, that's him using his brain trying to sell merchandise and shit like that, versus to a you security guard, you only making money because you a big and your body is there protecting somebody.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I just learned from all that.
Let's talk about Houston a little bit. I still love Houston. But back in the day with the Ghetto Boys and the whole Rap-A-Lot movement, I was front and center. Like, I was buying anything they did from, like, the Ghetto Boys, obviously, but they had other groups, too, like, even, like, obscure groups like the Terrorists and all that. It was crazy. But I remember Willie D used to always riff about New York being, you know, arrogant or self-centered, whatever you want to call it, you know, cocky. But you have embraced you've. So first of all, you're Houston through and through, but recently you've also embraced New York a lot.
Yeah.
What for? And is any of that stuff in the background a part of why, too?
For number one, you know, New York being the mecca of hip hop and the origin of hip hop, and me being a person that just respect history in itself, I've always had a certain level of value and respect for New York for creating the thing that gave me power in the world and gave me hope in my darkest times, and that's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Rap, but also, I've always been, if rap didn't exist and I didn't have rap at all, I was going to be a star regardless, because the character and the person that I am, that was regardless. I could have been an actor, I could have been a boxer, I could have been a bunch of different things in entertainment, and I would have succeeded. Obviously, everybody know that. People you just heard earlier, it's a lot of people that know me just for my personality and who I am, and nothing about the music. Right. So,
by the way, I've seen you boxing. Do you box? I've seen you in the video.
Yeah, I used to box growing up.
Okay.
I boxed like for 4 years. Savannah Boxing Club in Houston.
Okay, that's what's up.
Same gym Sauce Twinz come out of, Warren Diaz.
Okay, okay.
Holland Williams, we all come out the same gym.
All right, bet. Big boxing fan.
Yeah, I love boxing too. I'm big on boxing. But I was good at that. I did a little national silver glove, gold glove. It just, again, I was always so good at rapping. I really was doing that just like, trying to stay out of trouble and shit, but it didn't work. And I was so good at music, always praised and told I was so good at music, and I knew how advanced and good I was at music, so I just always wanted to do music. And again, like I said, when it comes to New York, DJ Screw always has a big respect and love for New York. He has a lot of history in New York, coming out here doing the DJ turntable events and winning the New York DJ championships a few times and shit, and like screwing up y'all music and shit. So he was some of my first introduction to New York hip hop and lyricism, but also through MTV and like seeing like Busta Rhymes first videos, like give me some more and all that type of shit. Yeah. And like, just New York people always could dress. Houston is big on style and being fly and flashy. Like you said, a Houston person back then would have a problem with a New York person being arrogant, because Houston people are arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Right. We big on our culture. We big on our ways. We love the way we talk and walk and dress and shit. And we're innovators in the South. We're creators in the South. Like how New York is in the whole game in the East Coast itself. Like we create a lot of the trends that the whole world do. Double cup, sip and drink, big booty girls, goddamn slowed up music. I can go on, you know what I'm saying? Candy painted cars, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Permanent diamond grills, whatever, you know what I mean? I could just go on and on and on.
Jay-Z knew where to go.
Yeah, Jay-Z know. Jay-Z know. You know what I'm saying? His favorite rapper is Scarface. I've always known that from like old school BET, The Basement, when Jay-Z rode around on the Metro bus with Scarface in Houston. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a big thing for us back in the day to see Jay-Z ride on the Metro bus in Houston and shit. That's crazy. So, we respect freestyling, you know what I'm saying? Battle rapping and freestyling. New York is known very much for freestyling off the top of the dome right then and there, good hard lyrics that make sense. And it's the same thing with battle rapping. And Houston always was fun to that about New York lyricism, that y'all can freestyle off the top of the dome right then in the moment, turn the beat on and go off. Houston people do the same thing, just in our way, in our format. So, me just being a student of the game and loving hip hop itself, that was just a combination of the fashion, the origin, the lyrical capability to, if a New York person wanted to make a fun song but still be lyrical, still be heartfelt, or still talk about real life, then they're going to do that. And I feel like that was something that Houston always had from the beginning, but we never got our just due and our respect for it. Yeah. We've always had storytellers. We've always had poets. We've always had, artists that speak truth like Scarface and Zero and J-Dog, but then we also always had artists who can pop their shit and be fly, like Lil Flip, Slim Thug, Lil Kiki, you know what I'm saying, down to Sauce Walkers and Travis Scotts now, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like we just, never had the correct platform and respect and audience, and then once we got the audience and got the power, a lot of our legends died fast, and we don't have so much of a multitude of legends, and our city don't support us and love ourselves and love our culture the way that we used to, like in the early 2000s and in the late and early 90s. Even with social media being so dominant, a New York person still gonna talk, walk, act like a New York person, dance like a New York person, the lingo, New York, versus to a lot of other major cities in America might start saying the new hot trend that's on social media that everybody else is saying, and people don't necessarily understand how something simple as a hot quote, like how something simple as we outside, that could turn into a club or call outside, or a brand called With the Whoop, or My Body, shit like that. That's a fact. Ice Spice with the like woo-doo, like, you know what I'm saying? All of these different things that's like normal New York conversation can be packaged up and sold as a product.
Yeah.
And Houston is a place that has, over the years has had so much of that rich knowledge and slang and creativity and individuality, but we be missing our windows of opportunity to package it up and sell it, or the person that did do it didn't get their just due to whatever went on in life. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of what I feel as criticisms, because it seems like to me people take from Houston.
Yes,
but
they do.
Don't give credit back.
That's why.
Yeah.
But that's why, because they know we don't have any gatekeepers there to defend for it.
Right.
The gatekeepers that will actually care about you. What is it called? Appropriating, is that the word?
Yeah, cultural.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It happens.
Okay. So the people that would like the Pimp C's, the DJ Screws, you know, I'm trying to think of somebody else that would like really go hard and advocate against some shit like that. It's only so many. Yeah. Like maybe it's like Slim Thug or somebody.
Definitely do it.
That's why Sauce Walka was so important to everybody. Yeah. That's why people love me so much. Outside of all the other shit that they love me for, because I'm one of the only people that has a voice, that has a respect, that has the history, that can say certain shit is being done unjust or not right to the Houston culture or the Houston scene, and people wish and would have been had said it if they had the platform or the respect or the opportunity to say it, but they don't, or some other people that do have their platform choose not to say it because they want to be friends, and they don't want to take any risk of being blackballed, of having controversy or bad taboo in the music industry. I'm just one of the people that just don't give a fuck. I never gave a fuck about that shit, because I rap for money. Yeah. And not only do I rap for money, I rap for legacy. And part of my legacy is that I feel I should not have to lean on another artist's stardom or another artist's momentum for me to be me to be who I am. I mean, that kind of showcases a lesser level of talent, in my opinion, and I could be wrong. Yeah. But you know.
I noticed that about you, that outspokenness when the respectfully, when the Takeoff situation happened, and I was like, kind of like, hey, he's talking back to people that people don't normally talk back to.
I mean, I'm different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In my city, my family that I stand for and I created is very highly respected, in the same way any other powerful family is respected in my city. And our city is, we all got a lot of respect and honor for each other, and it's a real law and organization that goes around in Texas. And you know, we all can shake each other's hands, we all can touch each other, we all can see each other, we all live like cowboys. So at the end of the day, it's a different line of respect and honor and salute amongst each other, and certain people at certain levels and statures only can even talk to each other in this type of format, and certain shit not even meant for the internet. So, you know, that was just some family shit that just, you know, got addressed on the internet the way it got addressed. But we all men, we all gangsters, we all kings and legends. And everybody in my city and my state can't do that, because they don't have that relationship with the old man. They don't have that love and relationship with the streets. Yeah. I'm really that. Yeah. And I respect the old man. Yeah, I love the old man. He love me. You see this man go on the internet and talk shit and speak on my name highly. Every time he ever speak about me, he speak highly. But he really that. He one of them. It's like, I'm really that. I'm one of them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's respect. All right. Another person, another man of respect. You mentioned him in, let me see what song was that? Jay-Z. You mentioned him in Westheimer with West Side Gun.
Yeah.
You mentioned that situation, and I was like, well, he almost signed a Roc Nation, Jay-Z. What's that about?
Man, salute the hoe, salute to Jay-Z, salute to Roc Nation.
And why not also?
Salute to my boy Danny too, man, from Roc Nation, man. Shout out to my bro, man. Solange ex-husband.
Oh yeah. He work at Roc Nation?
Yeah, he still work for Roc Nation. That's Jay-Z, like one of his best friends too.
Okay.
It's like his boy. You know, so Man, when I had did that ghetto gospel song or whatever, Jay-Z had took notice to it, and he put it on his top songs of the list, top songs of the year list that he did on Tidal at the end of every year. He used to do it. I don't know if he still do it, but at the end of every year he'll do his favorite songs of the year on Tidal. And at the time, that list was like a big thing. It was a big subject when Jay-Z would put your name on that list. And that was kind of how I think T Grizzly got his jump start. Was he was on the first one, the first original list that Jay-Z did. T Grizzly had his favorite pick of that year, and then the following year after that, my song was his favorite song on that list. And that song was Ghetto Gospel. So when that song came out and everybody, and the write-up came out or whatever, a huge wave of momentum and streams and new fans and interviews and record labels having interest in me, wanting to sign me or whatever. And Jay had his people reach out to me, and we all got on the call and shit, and we all talked about it, and you know what I'm saying, and they sent me over some contracts, and with Roc Nation, it was a cool deal. It was a $5 million management deal, but they still wanted they still wanted ownership with the catalog too, though. They just didn't want to strictly do management and touring and shows and like other source, publishing, like that type of revenue without the catalog. They wanted my entire catalog to be moved over and wooty wham, and that's just something that I always never been comfortable with because I'm an artist that came in guns swinging. So I recorded a lot of albums every year that I released. Like you said, we talked earlier off camera, I came out as the Sauce Twinz, and we dropped a lot of albums together, and I got my record label, TSF. I dropped a lot of albums up under that, and then I have my own extensive catalog of my own.
So they was going to bring all of that in?
Yes.
Yeah.
And usually
not just what you do going forward.
No. Yeah. Usually when you sign a record deal for a huge substantial money, even if it's a management deal with record label services with a major, or it's a record deal with major services, or a partnership, if you don't have the leverage and the conversation or the respect from the label to wage your catalog out of the contract, then that's going to be required to be within the contract for them to have a safety net to recoup. Because if they don't have no skin in, then they don't know guarantee that they're going to be able to recoup their investment. And I just never agreed with doing business like that. Because in music, when you're rapping and you're making music, the real purpose of making music is for the catalog, not to do a concert.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
Because there's gonna become a time in life where your body is not gonna want you to get on stage to do concerts anymore. And your fan base and your crowd is gonna age, people are gonna pass, life goes on, new music, new artists. You're not gonna have the same velocity and momentum or amount of shows and concerts that you had in your peak or in your heyday or in your youth. Even if you're still a touring artist, it's not the same as when you're younger. So I never wanted to be an artist that just because I can't perform or I can't show up to places, I'm not making real money off of music.
Right. Yeah.
And I always understood I just understood in business what that meant. So I just stayed away from major deals my whole career, and just there's a lot of deals that was tempting or that may have made sense, but my whole goal in life was just to get to 6 figures a month off of streaming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like once you making 6 figures a month, you're generating well over $1 million every year.
Right.
For however long you can sustain that amount of streaming and income. So
that's a great goal.
That's what led me to signing more artists and compound interest.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, because you said you have 50 artists signed, but you have a different scenario rather than that hands-on approach, I'm assuming, because it's kind of hard to be hands-on with 50 people, right?
Not necessarily, because you just got to look at it like this. Every person in this room knows well over 50 people. Every person in this room has relationships and a a phone book call log of well over hundreds and hundreds of people. The difference is that certain people in their life choose to have relationships for fun and not for funds. Some people choose to have relationships with people that have no purpose.
Yeah.
Everybody in my life, we all share purpose with each other. It don't matter if you my friend, you my woman. We have a sexual relationship with each other. Whatever you do in life, I'm trying to come to you to be used and utilized. So therefore, when I try to use you and utilize you, you don't feel like you're being used or you feel like you're being played or fucked over, because I'm coming to you with open arms and opportunity, telling you utilize what I'm bringing to the table to make us more money or to get us in a bigger opportunity. Therefore, when I'm around you and I'm asking for something from you or I'm giving you my time, you not only respect my time, but the time is not being depreciated, but it's being appreciated. So therefore, every moment matters. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody around me is trying to achieve the same goal or likewise goals that us being around each other is getting us closer to that plateau and to that destination. And that's how Fortune 500 companies and big corporations are built, from that chairman board. That chairman board is going to have 20 to 30, 50 people on it, or maybe from anywhere to 20 to 30 people of between solid investors, private investors, stockholders, and the actual business owners that created it. You know what I mean?
Bosses,
like all the bosses that sit at the round table. So with that being said, if people took their best friend and their drinking buddy and their cousin and the other person that you watch Netflix with and your sneaky link, if you took all of those relationships, nah, for real though, if people took all of those relationships and put some level of financial responsibility and dependency upon each other through business, with each one of those relationships, it's just like rolling the dice or shooting a basketball at a goal. If you have a goal set to make $1 million with each person that you meet, each person that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. Me and you have to come up with something that creates $1 million. Me and you have to come up with something that creates $1 million. Me and you. So, and you're shooting this shot with each one of these people. Out of 10 shots, one of these is gonna strike gold. One of these ideas is gonna work. Yeah. And when that one idea work, you take that success story to all the other people that was investing into your other ideas, and y'all either use this story as motivation to make our idea work, or we take this energy and this consistency and velocity that we was putting into this project, and we're gonna bring it over here to the project that's working, and we're gonna make this bigger because we was already down with each other and loyal to each other to this, and it didn't work or it got us this far, but we still want to continue to grow. So we're gonna go over here to this other thing that worked. And I feel like a lot of people missed out on great lifestyles and opportunities over something simple as selfishness of not understanding that you can't make it to the top by yourself. You can't create the next big great thing by yourself, and even if you do create the thought process of it, you're going to have to outsource to another company or another source to buy the products or the materials that you're going to need to create it. And then once you do that, you're still going to have to outsource to somebody to legalize a patent and and then you're going to have to go to a distributor to distribute the product. A car cannot drive itself without an operator driving a vehicle. The car cannot work without something simple as the fan motor on it. A $50 item on a $200,000 car will make it stop working.
Right, that's a fact.
Something as simple as a fan belt. The little belt that go on the fan motor will stop a whole perfectly functioning vehicle from working. And that's the cheapest thing that you can buy at AutoZone to make the car work. Yeah. So people don't understand that the most successful things in life come from teamwork. You know what I'm saying? And combining things together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a great
People
concept.
just look at shit as one item instead of all of the components it took to make it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So that's crazy. Business-wise, you're still independent, but you're working with a label now, and that's for this new project, New Sauce City too.
Yes, yeah.
How's that working, and what can we expect from this project?
It's wonderful, man. It's dope. It's again, finally having the opportunity to scale and work with a bigger company and have somebody take the load off of me and put the attention on me that I have to put simultaneously on myself and my artists and the other faces in life that I have to, manage. Yeah. It's really a great thing for me to work with somebody that has more experience, more knowledge, and more success for me, but still trying to, has achieved the goals that I'm look forward and aspire to do right now, doing business with Gazi and Empire and stuff. It's humbling. It's dope. It's a blessing. I'm learning a lot, and they're giving me free space to, when I do turn in my music and do all the needed requirements, things on my schedule, I can turn around and put my energy into those 50 artists and those 50 relationships, 50 friends that I have. That now I have a bigger platform or a bigger opportunity, a bigger reach, or more relationships that you can utilize during your free time while I'm over here doing this. You could be making the brand of the company getting bigger that way. And now I have a stronger backing and representation that's gonna make certain phone calls or have certain conversations or leverage certain favors amongst each other to get us in certain doors or opportunities that we would have had to maybe jump over 5 hurdles to get to. When we're here, we just simply walk around the pole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's dope. It's a blessing, and I hope to create a strong, long relationship with Empire and, bring more artists over to the umbrella and give them the same means that I have, while also retaining ownership of and being independent and still getting streaming checks, but having the opportunity to still understand what it feels like to have a budget and a push and to be on the radio and that's have publicists, and that's the beautiful thing about guys in Empire, man. He really been through it all. He been through the struggle. He's been a producer. He's been an engineer. He's been an artist, a great artist at that. And he really understands the people that he works with. He really understands the vision and his marketplace of people that love and support what he does with the culture. But he also understands the future and understands technology and understand, what not to be afraid of that's on the horizon that you're gonna have to face in music and with digital real estate in the future anyway. Yeah. So, just having another brilliant mind around and a great team of people that believe in our vision, it's a beautiful thing, and it's something that I never had before due to my own choice, and I never found people that I really trusted or that I actually liked everything I heard about the business that they done with people prior to me having interest in working with them. So I'm just appreciative that it's working out well, and I want to see what's to behold in the future. It's just the beginning, and I'm just ready to show that I'm gonna outwork people, because again, not for the love, but for the passion of the survival and the success and the
competitiveness.
The competitive
that's the main
nature.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like, speaking of that, you worked with a few legends in the city.
Absolutely.
Premier stuck out. I'm like, what? Like that's crazy to me, because first of all, you spitting on these beats. They kind of call them Griselda beats, but I don't know if we should call them Griselda beats.
Yeah, because that's why I always say, like, I've been rapping on soul
that's what
beats
I'm saying.
Beats.
Yeah,
the dates don't lie.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You just seen me put out a video from 6-7 years ago. I love Griselda. I don't know. Like I said, I just told my whole story about how I fuck with Westside Conway. Love them. They are staple in the music industry, but in the South, I'm the same thing as them, and I think I've been around in the music industry before them. I'm not sure, though. You know what I'm saying? As far as on the mainstream, I've been out since 2013, 14. For my first album that I released, I started rapping on soul beats. When I first came out, I just did way more of dripping and the South shit, but I would only give them one song like that. Yeah. But then around, like, 2015 or whatever it says on the YouTube, that's when I did the ghetto gospel shit. Right. And I really started to harness in and focus on soul sample beats, and that was still long before I had ever came across Griselda or Westside or any of them, like 2014, 2015. Right.
So. Well, what was it like working with Premier? I mean, not to jump back and forth, but
Yeah, no,
He's a
but that,
legend,
that was the subject because you have to touch on that. You have to speak on that because rapping on those beats right now, even though there's been alchemists and there's been, you know what I'm saying, producers that been doing that, they made it so can't nobody take away what Griselda has done for that genre of music.
I know.
Feel me? I'm just the person that did it in the South.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was more like the two titans coming together. I've been doing it in the South. They re-emerged it and brought it to the East Coast, and we brought it together. And it was just an unbeatable flavor. And I appreciate Westside for allowing me to do that and showcase my skill. Yeah. With Premier, on the other hand, that's another reason why I got to give the salute to Griselda, because I would have never met Premier if I wasn't at the Griselda show.
Right.
I went to a Griselda show that I was invited to from Conway because I've been doing records with Griselda. I'm Conway. I'm one of Conway's favorite rappers. He tell me that all the time.
Yeah.
He been saying that. Like when he first heard me and heard me rap, he was like, he didn't know. I hear that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know you could rap like that, or I didn't know you was that dope, or you was that skillful. Like one of the first DMs I got from Conway in my DM is like, you the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I'm thinking like, damn, I really fuck with y'all shit, because I got put on to y'all from people that's telling me like, bro, there's some niggas in New York, like, cause people know I like the old style of New York. I fuck with the drill music and like some of the last few artists that came out, because you know New York had this little dry moment before drill emerged. It had that moment. Bobby Smurda and them had made New York go through the roof, and then he went to jail. You know what I'm saying? Then it was that little area right there. A lot of my friends growing up know I love New York music, so they be like, it ain't nothing for New York for you to listen to right now besides like the Jadas and the Jewel, and they not dropping like this. So when there finally came something that resembled the old shit, but it's fresh and fly right now, my friends couldn't wait to put me on it. You know what I mean? So working with Premier was more like it's a icing on the cake, like a trophy or award showing like, okay, the godfathers of this genre of music, the Mount Rushmores, the Just Blazes, the Quincy Joneses of this style of music recognize my lyricism and fuck with me and respect the hierarchy and the velocity of lyrics and the depth of my music that I have. Like, and I met him and Alchemist in person at a Griselda concert that I was invited to. I performed. I performed the song that I did with I think I did two songs. I think I performed the song I did with Westside and the song I did with Stove God.
Okay.
So shout out to Stove God too. Stove, Conway, the whole Griselda. Yeah, they invited me out. I met a bunch of legends that loved me that I didn't know. I met Lloyd Banks. He telling me, rapping my lyrics to me, telling me love my songs. Benny Siegel and Freeway rapping my lyrics to me, telling me they love my songs and shit. Like, that shit was like, you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a lot of
it's
honor.
one thing for Jay-Z to say it, but it's like when you got the whole New York, like every single person that you watched on BET The Basement, freestyle in the booth with Tigger, like that's how I look at these people. Like, y'all touch the basement, the real basement. I don't care how many times they remake it. There'll never be no basement like the real one.
We need a new one though. Like we might have to do that here at One World. We've been talking about it for a minute with a couple of artists, a couple people. You call yourself? What? Okay, you invented. First of all, before you tell me what you call yourself, drip.
Yes.
Did you invent that, or did you just popularized it?
No, I invented it.
Okay.
I invented drip.
Yeah.
For sure, without question. Yeah. Nobody was saying dripping. I'm splashing, using drip in the terminology as a lifestyle, way of living. I'm dripping, like, it's not saying I'm fly or I'm swag or I'm fresh or whatever. I'm dripping, and then the meaning behind it, the ingredients, the sauce, the flavor, the drip, the splash, like, it's a whole cookbook to this shit that we really believe and live by, and the way that it was created from me and my brother calling each other the Ciabatta Boys. Before we was the Sauce Twinz, we was Ciabatta Boys, and like being like young pimp players, popping our shit, talking and rhyming with words and all that shit. Like calling ourselves the Ciabatta Boys, like we got the bread, the cheese, the lettuce, you know what I'm saying? That led into us saying, Okay, well, yeah, well, what is the sandwich without the mayonnaise and the mustard on it? Yeah, well, what's the bread and the butter without the sauce? Which you know, and then you know what I mean? It just started flowing like that when we was arguing with a girl one day at a hotel. So yeah, like the sauce came from converting over from gang banging to pimping, like young though, like getting out of jail young, like you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out my hustle, trying to figure out like how was I gonna survive and make my way, you know what I'm saying, being in the strip clubs and rapping, freestyling, still trying to chase my rap dreams and shit like that. And you know, everybody else around us where we from, like all selling drugs, robbing, scamming. Well, scamming really wasn't big back then, but like, you know, everybody just trying to figure it out. Like once you got to that point as a young adult, like, okay, I did the gang banging, the fighting and the shooting, and I did all that. I made my name in that. I survived there. Like if I keep doing this dumb ass shit, I'm finna die. I go back to jail. Right. I just got out of jail, so now I need to recreate myself, rebrand myself. I've been known as a rapper up under this other group, Mash Mode, and the gang banging shit. So me and my brother, Sancho, my twin, we recreated, rebranded ourselves, called ourselves the Ciabatta Boys, and that led us to calling ourselves the Sauce Twinz. Right. Because you know, a part of popping pimping is, you know, talking your shit to ladies and, you know, persuading them and rhyming with the words and, hey man, say man, you know, for the say man, get off them hills and jump in these Hot Wheels so you can pay the bills, you know, doing all of that. And that's where the sauce came from for us, you know what I'm saying, like just constantly being in the gym, popping our shit, like, you know what I'm saying, just trying to figure out what slogans and what words make sense and match us and match our personality, like calling okay nigga, I'm Sauce. We creating the sauce. We the Sauce Twinz. So my name Sauce, your name Saucy. You Sancho Saucy. Your name at the end, my name at the front. I'm Sauce Walka. You Sancho Saucy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like it just was a whole crazy story, lifestyle, living out of hotels and Cadillac cars, and you know what I'm saying.
You talk about that a lot.
Yeah. I don't hide it. I mean,
are you living that life, or is it an OnlyFans? Somebody told me it's OnlyFans.
Yeah, now it's OnlyFans. Back then, it's like it's like once upon a time as a kid, a young hustler who used to sell crack. Yeah. Then when you get to a certain level in life, you start selling bigger stuff. But crack never went legal. Right. But marijuana did. Yeah. So you gotta think a lot of people around the world grew up selling weed, smoking weed, and then certain states legalized it, and now you can have a $1 million company paying taxes and everything from selling municipal marijuana. It's the same thing with converting from the strip club and dealing with girls that's strippers and just saying, fuck it, I'm gonna get on OnlyFans and take pictures and do films with models and porn. I mean, I don't know what they call it, what genre it falls up under, but at the end of the day, yeah, I did that. I do that and made a bunch of money from it, and it's the legal version of where I come from. You know what I'm saying? It's the elevated legal version of what I used to have to do to survive, what I used to have to do to take care of myself and feed my family, and you know what I'm saying, invest into myself as an artist, to where now I can, you know, have longevity and business and family relationship with women that I choose to be with in life, and you know what I'm saying, investing in them, paying taxes, and you know, doing all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see you on the IG. I mean, I hate to refer to IG because it seems like it's so fake, but it seems like you really do live what you.
I mean, everybody know that. It's all out there. Not all of it. It's not nowhere near all out there, but you know what I mean, like.
You're more animated online. Is that the entertainment part of it? Like,
I mean, at the end of the day, when you on your social media is not my girlfriend. Social media is not your sacred place, or this not your, I don't know, this not your classroom, or this not church. Social media is a tool. It's a social media service to raise awareness and bring people together and sell products and bring people ideas and opinions and the way people look amongst each other. So the point of being on this platform is to be seen. The point of being on this platform is to be known, and to make memories. Yeah. So I'm just not a person that got on the platform to be. Again, I had beautiful women before this platform existed. I've always had beautiful women. I've always had a hustle. I've always made money. I've always figured my life out. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what struggles I went through, getting my dad house shot up, 15, 16 years old, getting kicked out on the streets, mama drug addiction, whatever, I've always talked or rapped my way into success or survival. I've always did that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's why I have certain principles that I won't break of being for rap or for hip hop or for fame. And there's also certain things that I do that other rappers, other people won't do for money because they don't believe in it. I don't believe in monogamy. I believe in polygamy. I don't believe in, you know what I'm saying, regular marriage. I believe in African type of marriage. It was a man who was king with 5 wives and raising this many families and being there for every single kid and doing. I believe in different shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's entitled to their own belief system, but I just know I have the means, I have the time, I have the money. I'm equipped to do and live abundantly the way I want to, and I feel that a lot of men that try to live the way the society wants them to live are only doing that because they are told or they've been taught to do that, and that's the reason why they fail at it so much, because their natural desires is to mess around with multiple women or you know, just do whatever they want to do as a man, but they don't have the integrity and the respect for themselves and the women in their life to just tell them the truth and give the woman the option to say, I want to be with you the way you are, or be with you and the other women that you with, or accept that you in the way you are. But okay, as a woman, are you going to accept me doing this, and that, or what are you going to accept from me, or what are you going to require from me in return? And again, that relates back to what we were saying in the beginning, making our relationships have value, our relationships have purpose. My relationship with a woman is not just to have sex with her and have a good time. My relationship with a friend of mine is not just to get high and talk about sports. I want to do something and achieve something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's crazy. That's dope though. And it's hard. How are those conversations? Because most guys don't want to deal with the conversation. They're not that. They don't have that those communications.
Which conversation
about,
exactly?
You know, the monogamy versus polygamy or polyamory, whatever.
Okay.
So what I'm
if
saying,
we're speaking on the polygamy part, then yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You saying why men don't want to have the conversation?
No, I'm just saying I think it's a hard conversation.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But at the end of the day, for number one, most men are not worthy of polygamy, and that's just the honest to God truth.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Most men are not mentally equipped for it, physically equipped for it. Most men don't have the sex drive for it. Most men don't put the time and the effort into their body and their own physical health to look the part. A lot of men expect women to have these perfect bodies and BBLs, and you want the teeth and the waist snatched, but you got man titties and a beer belly, and you don't have stamina.
Right.
And you probably don't even have a lot of money,
right,
or you have enough money to want the things that you want or expect from a woman to do for you, but you still, as a man, have other options, and you explore your other options when you're away from the wife that you have. So that extra time that you put into exploring options could have been the time that you could have been put into making yourself better, so therefore you can still go to the woman that you with or you love or who you with and ask her or have a conversation, or at least make her understand that I'm not a man that is satisfied, or my appetite is going to be filled with only having a sexual relationship with you. But just because I have sex with another woman does not mean I don't love you, or I don't want this and that from you, because as a man, I don't lay on my back and open myself up and I'm the one entering the woman. Yeah. So therefore, the submissiveness is within the woman. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm not. A woman has to have so many emotional attachments or decisions made in her mind. Even if it's a one night decision, a woman has already made it up in her mind that it's a possibility that I could see myself being with this man for a long term or having those type of relationship. I may not think that from the first day that I meet him, but for me to go this far with him, however it plan, because a woman has to always take in the possibility of getting pregnant. No matter have you protect yourself or not, she has to take in that it's a possibility that I might conceive a child. So every time a woman has sex with a man, she has to think in her mind that it's a possibility that I might have to deal with this man for 18 years. Where it is a man doesn't feel that way.
You don't think so? Not.
No.
Yeah.
No, a man can emotionally, with no emotion, have sex with 5
I don't mean
different.
the emotion. I mean the kid part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You said do.
I mean, a lot of. Yeah, you could have a kid too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. But that's the thing about it. Men are not men. That is the fear and the danger of getting a woman pregnant with a man is only financial for the most part. A man is not thinking about the physical pain. He's not thinking about 9 months of not having fun and not going out. He's not thinking about going to doctor's visits and all that. All the man is thinking about child support and being there for the child when the child is born and having enough money and possibly, maybe dealing with the woman's emotional standpoint during the 9-month process. But all of those are optional.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do any of that. Where the woman has to do all these things. That's why you have to love and appreciate and respect women for going through the things that they go through, because again, they are forced to deal with the entire process of human recreation when a man just has to initiate the process of human recreation. Yeah, you thinking about having a kid and getting getting a woman pregnant, but at the end of the day, it's multiple men that have multiple families and children and don't have no responsibility, or you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Shifting gears just a little bit.
I'm not saying it's not right at all. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
nah. On what you had.
No, I hear you. I ain't wanna
dive in too deep in it.
Yeah, basically. So let's wrap it. Again, I could still, we could keep going.
Shoot your shot.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I'm here till they say stop.
All right. Okay. So. One of my favorite songs of yours is Mask On. That's probably my favorite song.
That's hard.
I just turn that joint as far up as I can.
That's hard.
Gets me hype. Now that was a response to Future. Yeah. Now that sound, who you talking to? Are you talking to Future in that song? Who you talking to in that song? I always wanted to know.
At the time, I was talking to them.
I was
talking to Future at the time. But I moved past that in life. I was young. I was going. I was at a very defensive place in my career because I knew all the ingenuity and the creativity that I brought to the game was being stole from me, and because I had to stay true to my belief system, I wasn't willing to sell out and sign to a record label to compete with them and have the same voice that they had through record labels. So, I went the social media route and through music and responding with it. And I was like, people was making songs about me and popping their shots at me and songs and shit like that. It was just getting swept under the rug or whatever. But the artists, we all know what we was doing to each other. They know they was popping their shit at me, so I popped my shit back. Yeah. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And it was at a time where I didn't have as much money as I got now. I wasn't a full-fledged millionaire like I am now. And, that was the time where, other artists felt that they can exploit that. Like, we've been in the game, we've been whatever. So, I was just young, but it ain't nothing that I hold grudges to. I still got love for everybody in the rap game. I ain't beefing with nobody. Yeah. I ain't beefing nothing but these more millions. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Nobody get in my way. I don't want to get in nobody's way, but I
don't even listen. I don't listen to a lot of mainstream rap. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. So when I heard your song, I ain't gonna say I didn't hear his song. Right, I heard your song kind of like first. Then I went back. Yeah. And was like, wait, is this a response to that? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's crazy because it was a few songs though. Like, it was a whole little thing. Yeah. Like I said, it's all a part of my history. It's a part of my legacy. You know what I'm saying? And what I will say that is, we can speak on this positive of it is most artists that get into beef or feuds with the likes of a Drake or a Future or any artist of that magnitude, they don't still be around and still have a music career and still have a huge fan base and still love. And so, you know.
Have you had a chance to patch it up?
Yeah. I done talked to Drake. We been patched that up. We done chilled. He invited me to a party in Houston. Good. I done went and chilled and, you know what I'm saying, vibed out. It was cool. Same thing with Future. We done ran across each other in Miami and shit, you know. Yeah, and his brothers, everybody showed me love, you know, like, as long as there ain't no blood on the streets and nothing like that, you feel me, it's cool, you know, but, you know, it's things that went on that ain't got nothing to do with rapping and camera, but we all got respect for each other, so whatever, so. You know
I got one little bit of beef with you, though. I seen you with them red boots on, damn red boots.
Yeah, man, I had to.
Damn space boy boots.
I ain't gonna lie.
Did you pay for them? Did they send them to you? Why did you
I'm actually a real fan of Astro Boy.
Okay.
Like, I'm a real anime fan. Like, I'm a real cartoon nerd. Like, I really fuck with that. Like, I really fuck with cartoons and anime and mystic warriors from anime more than ghetto movie heroes, boys in the hood and Friday and all that type of shit, because I was the type of person that grew up like, why would I want to watch a movie, New Jack City, about people being crackheads and dope fiends when my mama's in the living room on heroin right now?
Yeah.
Like, y'all find entertainment in this because it's y'all not really living this part of that lifestyle. Y'all probably live in the hood, but you don't know what it's like for your mama to have a heroin needle sticking out her arm in the living room. Yeah. Just half-ass sleep telling you to go make yourself some bacon in the oven. Y'all don't know what that's like. Yeah. So why would I want to watch a movie about that? Yeah. Why would I want to watch a movie about being a single parent and poverty and all that type of shit? When I watched movies growing up, I wanted to watch something that would explore my mind and take me away from the struggle, take me away from poverty, take me away from my mama being on drugs or being dead or whatever I was going through at the time. So I always loved anime and superheroes and Super Saiyans and samurai warriors, ninjas and shit, because these are people that always went through the most adversity and hardest stories, most saddest story of death and lost arm, finger, baby died in their wife's stomach on a beach swim. You know how them cartoons be just overly dramatic, but they always come out to be the strongest and the smartest, and they put immense amount of dedication into physical health and mental health and getting their body to this peak of performance, and then they go fight and they win. Yeah. And I just always admired that train of thought. You know what I'm saying? No matter how hard it is and how many monsters and how many galactic demons and warriors that you got to fight against, if you train and you study and you perfect your craft, you can be the best at it. It don't matter if you used to look like this, you can work hard and look like that. You can look broke and have no teeth in your mouth and make $100,000 and go get veneers and start your new lifestyle. You can be fat and overweight and then come back with muscles and more abs than a nigga that been in the NBA and the NFL for 6 seasons. Yeah. Anything is achievable if you focus and harness your energy and your skill set on it. And I feel like nothing else displays that process more than anime. Yeah. And so I was about to ask Astro Boy is like
that's
that
old
boy.
School. That's old school.
He's one of those stories. Astro Boy is a kid that was a doctor that had a real son, and his real son died playing with the shit that playing with and all the machinery stuff in the factory he died from cancer or something like that, and then the doctor created android of his son, but gave him rocket powers and super strength and shit, and he wore those big red boots. So I grew up like loving that shit. Like so for me, again, I'm not a poser. I'm not a person. I'm not an Instagram. As much as big as I am on Instagram and high and so big I am in social media, I'm a taste maker. Right. I create shit. I'm a trendsetter. I don't follow trends. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw those boots, I initially knew, damn, they made some Astro Boy boots. I'm not thinking big red boots. I would never call them the big red boots. They're Astro Boy boots from the Astro Boy cartoon. That's disrespectful. That's like, I don't know, that's like calling a Chevy a fucking Escalade, a Cadillac, just because it's a big truck. Right. Because this the big truck. No, this is a Chevy, whoopty whoop, El Dorado. Well, I don't know what's important in the Chevy world. I should have said Cadillac, because a Cadillac is a Cadillac. A Tahoe ain't a Cadillac. A Suburban ain't an Escalade, or any of them other trucks. Ain't none of that shit no Escalade. Damn near a Rolls Royce truck almost ain't an Escalade. That's the only truck on the streets that is compatible and respected and loved like the Escalade. Any rich person in the world is gonna have an Escalade in their repertoire.
Yeah,
that's you know what I'm saying. So you feel me?
Yeah. How's your man doing with the Rico thing?
He doing good. He doing good. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing he can do but fight his case. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of money on his books, plenty of money on his lawyer. Kids good. You know what I'm saying? Can't do nothing but fight his case and wait till he come home. Yeah. We still pushing his music. Free Sancho Saucy, free One Punch, free JP, free all my brothers on lock, free everybody in TSF Drippy, L Train, free all my brothers, man, free all the drippers. But you know, they all good. Especially Sancho. Sancho gonna be good forever, no matter what. And he getting a check independently off of his music streaming every month. He getting a $6,000-$7,000 check every month. Wow. $8,000, $10,000 check, depending on how many people want to watch his videos and view them that month.
That's good.
While he's incarcerated.
Right.
He never has to, since we speaking on the subject, my twin never has to jump on stage again and perform in front of a crowd to make money, to make revenue, because of the music and the albums and the videos he's already put out independently.
Got you. Do you split that money? I mean, I'm being nosy now.
Do I split money with my artists?
No. On I see a lot of your videos on Worldstar, and I be like, man,
I never pay Worldstar.
Okay.
I never paid Worldstar or gave Worldstar any of the royalties or the admins or the streams of my music videos. Well, my relationship with Worldstar, shout out to Danny, though, I got super love for Worldstar, though. Don't get it twisted. Like I fuck with Worldstar. But me and Worldstar, we had a unwritten verbal agreement where I was gonna help Worldstar get notoriety back with the youth and back with the younger fan base and the active, engaging fan base in YouTube and hip hop. When you know all the artists kind of got hip to the fact that it doesn't make sense to drop videos on Worldstar, because if you go platinum, if you get platinum view count on Worldstar, that plaque goes to Worldstar. It doesn't go to the artist because you didn't drop that video on your YouTube account. Yeah. So I was so deep in being independent, I knew ain't nothing we finna go platinum anyway, so I don't care about that right now. Right. What I care about is getting the Worldstar's platform while they still have the power and they still have the velocity to give all of my artists that signed to me a stage to display their skill set and their talent that's kind of on the same level as being with a major artist. Yeah. Because it was right at the end of Worldstar's prime, you know what I'm saying, audience. So it was like, Worldstar, y'all need me because y'all, on y'all YouTube channel, y'all probably have dropped 40 videos in the last 2-3 months or more, and not one of these videos have 1 million views. Yeah. And then I come to drop a video on y'all shit and it gets 7 million views. Right. Yeah. Okay, now I'm important to y'all. Yeah. So now I bring y'all multiple videos of me that's getting millions of views because I have an admin situation set up with Create Music Group and my distribution. My money is automatically getting funneled to me and my payout for my streaming and my calculated revenue from ads, commercials that's played on the YouTube. Wow. So that business was already situated. If I did not have that business situated, though, yes, Worldstar would have made the money off of my YouTube video. So I'm not saying that for a person to be naive and think they could still use the Worldstar platform and not have their distribution set up correctly and they'll still make all the revenue off their YouTube video. No, it's going to go to that channel. Yeah. But I have my business set up straight, so Worldstar never made money off of the views and the streams of my shit, but they use the leverage of the all the hype and the just everybody wanting to watch my videos and follow what Sauce Walka going on. They use the dual effect of the momentum, rather, of putting me on their YouTube channel, then their Instagram, and then I post some funny shit with my partner and my artist, and then they just balling all of that up, making Worldstar still look relevant in the hip hop industry, because we got a young artist that's thriving, that's controversial, that everybody's talking about, that when he releases his music, it's coming on our platform first. Right. So in exchange for that, I said, I need y'all to post any peso video that I want to release. Post any Sauce with Winnie, post any L Train video. And my at least 4 of my artists blew up off of that.
Yeah.
In exchange.
That's dope.
Got easy millions of views and stuff like that. So.
You ever thought of writing a book? You should write a book.
I should.
Yeah.
Let's say I talk too much. So I tell them stop giving me interviews. That's why I do interviews.
You gonna make it hard for us on the editing.
I'm sorry.
they over there like, when is this over?
I don't give a damn.
Nah, that's dope though. I appreciate you.
Nah,
man.
but you say I should write a book though.
Yeah,
I should. I've been offered to write a book a few times.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I've been offered to write a book a few times.
Nah,
if it's gonna make me some money, I definitely am gonna do it though. I should.
It's good marketing though, even if it's not a whole lot of money.
Yeah, that matters too.
It'll take you to another realm.
Right. It's just another notch on the belt.
Yeah, no.
Give you another respect factor.
Give hip hop some real quick. I know we gotta be places, but your fashion. I wanna talk about that. By the way, I was so happy you liked my jacket. I was like, I was like, yeah. Yeah,
you dripping.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
That's smooth right there. That's smooth.
That's a fact. I try to stay in my lane, right? But I appreciate you. You're not afraid of colors.
Nah,
you're not afraid to stand out.
Yeah. Hey, you know what you're talking about, man. I like this interview right here.
Yeah. I be knowing. I
be forgetting you been on me hard on that Twitter. Y'all be knowing what y'all talking about.
But where's that come from? You know, like,
that's a great question. I got a great answer to.
Yeah.
For number one, before I get into the detail factor of the answer, I hate black. Like I love my black people. I love being black. Being black is being a god.
By the way.
Being black is being a god. Understand that?
I feel
you born with special performance enhancements, just naturally. We come out the womb with a 6-pack. We understand that. But at the end of the day, as a clothes though, I feel like the stigma and the whole, thought of a dude wearing all black is tough, and black Air Force Ones and black T-shirts and black ski masks and tattoos. Niggas be bitches wearing all black, and a nigga slap the shit out you, take your gun out your pocket, just cut your tattoo off your face, and I'ma be childish about it though. Yeah. I'm a ooey and hee ha ha and play around and play video games and Super Saiyan, Dragon Ball Z. Then I'll beat you up and pistol whip you though, and really mean it.
Yeah.
But this the difference. Like I used to be the person in the trap that will fight my friends over. Y'all want to watch sports and play 2K, but I want to watch Dragon Ball Z. So we finna fight over what we finna watch on the TV. Cause y'all gonna respect the nerd I am. I'm a gangster and a nerd at the same time. And I feel the same way with wearing colors and dressing, you know what I'm saying? I feel like niggas be trying to dress a certain way to give off a perception of how they are and what shouldn't be done to them. And I feel like that's bullshit. And they don't be fly like that. Like I feel like why would you not? For number one, I like matching. I hate when dressing and wearing clothes is a serious thing to me when it's time to drip. So like it be a lot of people that think they can dress good by wearing a nice all black outfit or wearing a monotone outfit and then just wearing some all white Air Forces or some all black Air Forces, or wear a nice outfit and then finish it off with some all white Air Forces. No, you killed the outfit.
Right.
Because you got lazy. You quit at the end. You didn't have enough style and pizzazz to finish the job and bring the colorway and the sauce all the way to the bottom of the feet.
Right.
It's your unfinished project. You got lazy because and they set that it's small details and shit like that separates the best dressers and the innovators in fashion from the people who just follow trends and or just hype beats or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that I mix designers. I've been known for mixing street fashion with real designer wear, bringing back old designer brands that's not worn with new brands, wearing Evisu pants with Dior jackets and Lavin shoes and Timberland boots in the South, and you know what I'm saying? I could just go Ferragamo belts and I could just go on and on. Keychains, all the different just innovative styles I brought to dressing and hip hop, and braids, bobos in your head.
Yeah.
You seen I'd have made it went from being a secret to them hating on it to rappers and hood niggas around America started doing it to the biggest rapper in the world wearing berets in his head.
Right. That's a fact. Yeah. What about that thing with you and Uzi Vert? I'm almost done. I'm almost. What? Did you have an implant or something too?
Yeah. I had a $250,000 diamond in my face.
You did it first though?
Yeah, I did it first. Anything that ever happened with me, I did it first.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people just get into
Why
with
would
me
you
about.
do that though?
I love diamonds. I love shining. I want to do something different. We just talked about this. I'm creative.
Right.
Me and my friends sit around in the hut all day and think, how the fuck can we just fuck everybody up and do something better than do everybody? Right. It's a competition. This is the NBA. In the NBA, what do? You sit around and you watch film. What is watching film? Watching other people play basketball.
Right.
That's film.
Yeah.
In boxing, if you want to beat motherfuckers in boxing, what do? You sit. You're not being nosy. You're not pocket watch. You're not doing none of that shit. You are taking the sport that you are playing and indulging yourself in seriously. You're coming to compete. You're studying and knowing the know-how to be the best in jewelry and style and clothes and innovation and doing something first or doing something the best or doing something the most unique is a big part of hip-hop. It's a big part of music, and it's something that as a fan from hip-hop growing up, we always admired that part about rapping and getting money, period. Jewelry. Yeah. My mama was big on jewelry. My mama been buying me jewelry my whole life as a dancer. That's one of the few things she did do for me, like buy me little rings here and there and then disappear for 2-3 years. And then come back, give me a little gold necklace, a couple toys, and they be gone for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, it was like making music was just it I don't know, bro. It's just like for me. What I was talking about, the beef. I forgot. I'm high as hell now.
I forgot
what my nigga said.
So, I don't even know.
Oh, you.
Go ahead.
What was it? The clothes?
Yeah, we were talking about the clothes.
What about the clothes? And why you choose to stand out? Oh, why I choose to stand out with the colors and shit? Yeah, cause man. Yeah, at the end of the day, like with dressing and shit, people just want to be tough, man. All the diamond, that's what we was talking about, the diamond in my face. That's what we was talking about, diamond in my face. Man, stop hating on me, bro.
I ain't hating on you.
I'm talking about this man over here, man. I'm talking about the invisible, the fourth wall.
Wrap up.
I'm breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, y'all. I'm talking with people out here trying to narrate, tell me what it is. Why I'm fucking up. That's another reason why I'm fucking up, too. That's another reason why I'm fucking up, because every 4 minutes, I got this invisible person over here saying. Yeah. Wait a minute. I ain't got lost 9 times. That's the first time I lost my chest. Second time today.
You did lose your. You was
second
lost.
Second time. But yeah, on the diamond on the face shit, I just wanted to do something different nobody ever done before and make a jewelry pieces that nobody ever made before. I got some exotic jewelry pieces nobody else got. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So putting a big diamond in my face is the last tear. That was the last time we cried. The last tear, man. Me and my twin put the $1 million, $500,000 in our face. 250. And that was a dream. We said that shit a long time ago when we was kids. We was like, nigga, we blow up rappers. Nigga, we gonna get rich. We gonna put diamonds in our forehead. He said that though, and I was like, hell nah, bitch. We ain't gonna put no diamond in our forehead. When you tripping, I'm gonna put big ass diamond in my forehead right here. Yeah, that was like right when rappers had first started putting the tattoo in the middle of their forehead. Like when that little wave came, my twin wanted to get a tattoo in the middle of his forehead. I like, hell nah, bitch. Don't get that ugly ass shit, bro. We handsome. Right. We ain't doing that shit. If we gonna get a tattoo in our face, we gonna get that shit right here. Yeah. And we both went and got the tattoo in our faces at the same time, like the first original Sauce tattoos. Okay. We got TSL tattooed in our face, and then we got the dripping up under our eyes. We both got those tattoos first and made everybody else get them. Okay. They signed to the label. When somebody signed to TSL, they got to sign their face first.
They got
sign in blood. Yes.
Oh, they got signed in blood?
Yes. Sign
All
in
your
blood.
artists have signed in blood?
Yes. Sign on your face. TSL. Tat the set on your face. TSL. Tat the set on your skin. TSL. Then after you do that, then you sign your contract. It's for life. We down.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
That was my thing telling my brother
That's
to
heavy,
do.
Though.
Yeah, yeah, we real niggas. We need to make sure we for life, baby. We ain't finna tell on each other. We ain't finna fail on each other. Yeah. You need to go see your mama. Need to go see this. Everybody that you love need to know you love this right here just as much as you love your face. Just so you know how serious it is, and we all feel the same way. Because what's on my face. I'm willing. A man is willing to do all type of things in the world to protect the respect of his face.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your name and your face is all you have in this world. Mm-hmm. Right or wrong?
That's a fact.
Okay then, so if you put something that's this important on a man's face and they represent this, when something goes wrong and this is on your face, you feel entitled, you feel responsible, and you feel the urge to make it right. Because this, you represent this, it's on your face. Yeah. It's in blood. Okay. You meant this. You mean that.
Okay.
And it motivated us to be successful.
All right, so I'm a quiet the room right now. We gonna do last question. Last question.
He loving this interview.
Last question. All right.
They get that.
Wait, you got a shoe deal? See, I got every second something new pops in my head.
Yeah, that's good. The music's doing a lot of great things in life.
Shoe deal. Let's talk about the shoe deal.
Yes, I do.
Because I want to buy it. Well, unless you're willing to. Bless you, man. Like, you know what I mean? You definitely have to get you one. This is it? Let me see what we got. Okay. Colors. I know the colors is proper. Let's see what we got here. Can we see that in the camera? I like that. That's the Houston colors, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm. Houston. I got a shirt for this. I already got a Houston. I think it's Houston Astros. I think.
Oh yeah, the Houston
Jersey.
Oilers.
Yeah. This the Oilers cup.
Yeah, Oilers.
Oh, I used to love the Oilers.
Yeah,
Earl Campbell was my man.
Warren Moon.
Ooh,
yeah, them boys.
I'm an Eagles fan, but when I was little, I was on the Oilers crazy. So. Okay, so we okay.
Yeah, well, I got merch and T-shirts like the Oilers.
This is a black-owned label, folks
brand.
That should know that.
They got a T-shirt and shit to go with it.
The guy that owns this company's from Philly.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy? Speaking about that, when what we were just talking about, again, I'm the type of leader and the type of brother, I would never tell my friends or anybody that believe in me to do something that I wouldn't do. So it's so funny. We were just talking about my friends getting my record label tattooed on their face. It's part of the joining the initiation, signing the contract. Yeah. When Kool Kai helped me make, well, at this point, I haven't made $1 million with him yet, but I've made well in 6 figures, $300,000 with Kool Kai at this point. Yeah. For another black man to give me the opportunity to make money with him and be a part of his business and his brand, even though how we met each other was me helping him and his brand, because he was going through a feud with another dude that was, with the other shoe and all that, and people trying to figure out whose shoe was the actual shoe and who's the true design and all that. And as much as he is the true designer and the more respected shoe designer in the shoe world, right? He was the least popular designer and not necessarily in the favor of the social media's opinion in the public eye, because this other figure was a lot bigger than him, and his story was a lot bigger than Kool Kai's at the time. Right. But just being honest to God, truth and real, Kool Kai not only is the originator, he got the way better shoe, the way better brand, and like he been doing that shit with clothes. It's like I ran across his clothes without even knowing it was his clothes years before. So I was in New York again around the same time. It's the same time when you were trying to link up with me and shit too. Yeah. It's around the same time I was in New York. I was doing advertisement. Advertisement is a big, strong suit and hustle that I have. I was doing commercials for brands out here, and the brand referred Kool Kai to me and was like, I might know somebody that might want to buy a commercial from you to, support his shoe brand for like $15,000, and he'll give you some shoes. I don't know if you've seen this shoe yet, but let me show you one of the shoes. He showed me the shoe, handed me the shoe, like, yeah, this is shoe line right here, the Kool Kai with the Thunderbolt. Yeah. So I grabbed it, I give it the good ghetto hood test. Right. Squeeze it, try to see if it bend, and don't bend right there. I'm squeezing. I'm like, okay, that motherfucker feel right. Nice. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker got a nice, I'm like, oh, this shit right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him like, a black person on this? Yeah, cool. So like, yeah, he got a factory. I said, he got a what?
Right.
He got a factory. Man, this man.
Oh, he got his own factory.
Do he?
I ain't know that.
Yeah, what?
I just assumed he sent them to China.
Hell no, China sending them to him. He got his own factory producing clothes, shoes, all that, man, about 25,000 square feet.
I got a house.
Right in Jersey.
Yeah,
man, a real thing. That boy baby Nike for real.
Oh, shit.
That boy for real.
Okay.
So, yeah, he had paid me. Well, he was supposed to pay me for the commercial. And when I got there and I just felt the vibe and seen all the shoes and shit, I ended up just doing the commercial for free. But he ended up giving me, like, literally, I want to say at least like $70,000 worth of shoes and merch, like clothes.
So he keeping it rare on purpose.
Yeah,
because I'll be on there like,
no. He
Gotcha.
does that to keep his shoes in demand and exclusive. He don't allow a bunch of retail stores to hold his shoe and have his shoe. Like, you have to go to the pop-up or buy it offline. He don't want his shoe to just be out there where anybody could just grab it, and the shoe is not as valuable as rare.
Super smart.
You know what I'm saying?
Smart.
So, yeah.
Super
And
smart.
in the midst of doing all of that, Cool Kyle, we talked about making my own shoes, and I made some colorways and made a shoe. And, you know, most people that make a shoe with Cool Kyle, I just want to say this to talk about good men in business and, you know what I'm saying, energy that needs to be reciprocated, and more people need to do this shit. Like, for me, because the commercials and the videos that I did for Cool Kyle all went very, very viral. Millions and millions of views. Yeah. I was all on Say Cheese, No Jumper, Academics in his shoes, talking about his shoes is better than design. Or I took a picture with Kanye West in his shoes. Like, I've had so many viral moments in his shoe that just increased and scaled this company and brought so many sales and viral moments. So he bought me like over $250,000 worth of my own shoes, and also gave me free stock in the shoes that he have in his warehouse to have the ability and access to make deals and sell shoes and go to certain small distributors and stores and allow them to do drops, but not have a reoccurring flow of shoes, but to get a bulk load of shoes, to have a drop and have a release to put the shoe in that city. I had to like convince him to be able to want to do that because he really wasn't with that. But so I just developed a relationship with bro where he put me on money, I put him on money, we exchanged ideas, and once he put me down and in the company and paperwork, I'm really a part of this. Hey man, I showed my loyalty. I tatted the Cool Kyle.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I got the Cool Kyle Thunderbolt tatted on my face.
Wow, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I represent this brand. There's 1,000 people all around the world that got Nike tattooed on them, and Nike ain't gave them $1. They got Adidas and Michael Jordan tattooed on it. You got Jordan tattooed all across their back, big as hell. 23. If Jordan seen you right now at the grocery store, he would not give you a handshake or a picture. Am I not lying?
He softened up. He's softened up.
I mean, excuse me, I say am I not telling the truth?
Over the years, he's eased up. I heard. But here's my picture with him on. See, look, but there you go, boom. Now I'm wearing all black. I know I'm wearing all black, so I'm not fully.
Yeah, but you're a different type of guy.
Yeah,
man,
that's a fact. Yeah, but you know,
them clean right there. That's them original boys.
I put the decreasers in there so they don't crease them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see you dripping. No,
but all right, so here's my absolute last question, man. We gotta have you back. I want to say it was worth the wait and all that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You solid. You're a solid dude.
I appreciate it.
I hope you're ready for this. Your top 5 dead or alive.
My top 5 dead or alive. I wish it would be fair if I could make a all-around rapper list and then a Houston list.
Do that. Can you do that?
Yeah, because honestly, like, my immediate top 5 rappers is from Houston. But if I was to sum it up, I would do this. Let's do my top 5 rappers and like maybe some 6 men. So Lil Keke, number 1 from Houston, Texas. Lil Keke. Number 2, I would have to say J-Dog from Houston.
Okay.
Tell
people about him a little bit.
J-Dog is one of Slim Thug's artists. Okay. He was a part of Boss Hog Outlaws. He's like another very heartfelt and pain-driven artist that like raps about a lot of struggles and shit that people go through in Houston, dealing with Sherm, PCP, robberies, and you know, broken parenting, gang banging. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of influence from J-Dog over the years and growing up. Just he made a real big impact on my city when he did. And even though I don't listen to his music as much as I used to when I was younger, the impact he had on my artistry as an artist and understanding like it's okay to do some of the shit I do with being loud and like, cause a lot of the loud shit I do and a lot of the screaming shit I do, I get it from J-Dog a little bit. But he never did it the way I did it, but like he put that spark in me right there. So Lil Kiki, J-Dog, Fat Pat. Fat Pat is the legend from Houston that died early. He was like our Jay-Z. He just died before the rest of the world could really just get on him. Fat Pat, Lil Kiki, Slim Thug on the balling side. Slim Thug just 20 years of balling. The boss never falling off. Freestyle legend, rap good, never not rap good. Just the truth. And then if I was to do a fifth, if I was to just say my fifth Houston rapper of all time, out of them is me. Like I'm really the best rapper to ever come up out of Houston type shit. Like as far as like rapping wise, and even all of them know that. Yeah. But if I was to say just another Houston rapper that was in my top 5, I don't know, bro. It's hard. It'll be out of zero, like maybe my twin Sancho or Big Pokey, one of them. But from the other side, my favorite rappers from the world growing up was like Dipset, Fabulous, Busta Rhymes,
style, lyrics,
Gucci Mane as a style, like a person. You know what I'm saying? I always liked him as a person. Birdman. You know what I'm saying? I like Birdman as a person in the industry. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a person that I like a lot of people in hip-hop for who they was and how they was more or less than the music that they made. Yeah. Because, again, I'm so Houston and it was so engulfed in Houston culture, I really didn't listen to that much shit outside of Houston. Yeah. Like, all my top 5 favorite rappers really from Houston. But then outside of them, my favorite inspirations outside of Houston is like niggas from New York. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Dipset, Cameron, Jay-Z as a businessman, Nas as a rapper, a lyricist, Busta Rhymes as the entertainer and the lyricist, Papoose as a lyricist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of all of the battle rappers and shit. So, I fuck with East Coast hard. X, you know.
All right. Any final words? We getting the
my last word is ooey.
Ooey. I can never say that right myself.
Ooey.